on the planet for the month of June, and I'm super excited to interview and introduce Frank Buonacore. So Frank, thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed and share a little bit about yourself with the Planet family, so thank you.
Thank you for having me, I appreciate it.
Why don't you tell us what your current job is, and then maybe what other jobs you've done in the company or anything else you want to share.
Sure. Currently I'm the sales manager for Honda, one of them.
Brand new.
Brand new. Started sales on the East Coast. I was certified in Honda, Mazda, Volvo.
Okay.
When I came out here, started working for the company in sales in Honda. Moved up to finance. From finance to a hybrid finance, which was finance and sales manager.
Okay.
And then recently, March, moved to a full-time sales manager.
That's awesome. So in how many years have you worked for Planet then, doing all those promotions?
March was 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little over.
You're like a superstar.
I'm just a star hanging in the winds, just trying to help out as much as I could.
Well, you're doing a great job, so thank you. So has it been difficult to change from sales to finance, finance hybrid to sales manager? Tell us a little bit about that transition. For maybe somebody who isn't familiar with what each person does.
Sure. So sales-wise, I've always done sales throughout my life, so it was pretty easy to get into it for me. I found the bigger challenge wasn't even from sales to finance, but it was from finance to the hybrid and then the sales manager part.
Oh, interesting.
Sales helped out with finance, and then it's just learning from there, and I like talking to people, so that wasn't too difficult.
Right.
The hybrid position was a little harder because I had to be able to separate a couple of days in the finance department,
All right.
and then a couple of days in the sales manager's
Changing your hat constantly then.
Exactly. So just getting on like a roll with certain things was harder.
Sure.
Ends up being a little bit more stressful, but especially in this industry, you have to have just positive mindset and just keep going.
Right. Well, you do, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So sales manager, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Didn't know what I wanted to do at first, but once I got to that part, I was pretty hooked in.
I know. That's awesome. And tell us, is it a new team? Did you guys reassemble teams? Because I don't really know that. So
we don't do teams.
Okay. Well, see, there you go.
It's very different from this side. Everybody just kind of works together. The managers don't have separate teams.
Okay.
I do like it more because I'm able to get more involved with the salespeople.
Okay.
I want them to make money. I want them to have a good living and stuff like that. So, and I like making them better at what they do. So it gave me a lot more opportunity to work with them closer, and then being able to go out and help them with more customers as opposed to being in finance where you could maybe talk to one or two customers throughout the day because you're going to be back there doing deals all day.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we do that. So it's kind of fun to have different stores doing different things.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, that's great. So you're adjusting it. Did the hours change at all?
I don't know if they changed. I don't know if they're... It's still a good amount of hours. I would say the sales manager job is a little busier because you don't have to wait for a deal. You know, if you're in finance, there's three of you, you're kind of waiting. I like my day to go fast, so I kind of try to keep myself busy. So I enjoy staying busy throughout the day.
Right.
It's not that it was harder to get into. It was just different and more stuff to learn.
Right. So what else did you have to learn? So again, for somebody who doesn't really know, they're like, well, what'd you have to learn, Frank? Tell me, what's changed?
So from finance, you learn how to legal paperwork, you learn how everything's signed, you learn how to pitch the different products that are available to them, things of that nature, and then also compliance.
Of course.
With the sales manager job, it's more you have to learn the different systems, your trades. That was different for me because I didn't do trade-ins before.
Okay, yeah.
So learning that was
That's a lot.
Yeah. I kind of took over Mastermind, so trying to get everyone up to date with that. So that's just been a running tally and talking to everyone. So it's really just like the different systems and intricacies and when to step in and not to step in mostly.
Tell us how to pronounce your name the Italian way, because I didn't do that.
The Italian way, the U is pronounced. It would just be Buonacore.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
How much Italian are you?
I'm actually full Italian.
No way. Are you really?
Italian, and some people say, okay, you're Italian and Sicilian. I'm actually Sicilian, Napolitan, and Calabrese, so 100% I say.
That's impressive. Not very many people are 100% of anything. I mean, I'm 50, and I think that's surprising.
That's pretty good.
But 100?
Yeah.
So both mom and dad?
Yep. My great-grandparents are from there. My uncle was in the Italian military.
Okay. That's awesome. Now, when did your grandparents come over, or great-grandparents, or?
It was my great-grandparents. I don't remember exactly when. They came over, went to, man, I don't remember if my great-grandfather and great-grandmother moved into Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, all right.
They had, I think there's, might be 8 kids.
Okay.
Roughly, 8 or 9 kids.
Yeah.
And they were all scattered throughout New York, and now they're kind of all in different places and stuff like that. So
and we can hear a little bit of your accent. Is that also East Coast, or where'd you come from?
Yeah, so I was born, well, I came from now. So I was born in New York, raised there for a little while, and then moved to Pennsylvania. So I'm all East Coast.
Okay.
The accent it comes out sometimes, some words, but.
Yeah, it's only every now and then I've heard it.
I actually, I'll be honest, I really don't know Italian too much. I know some words and most of the name calling that my grandparents
exactly.
said to me.
Yeah, we probably can't say that, but
I can't say that. But it's, I'm going to go down and get a glass of water, and then I'm going to go over and get some coffee after that.
Yeah, so see, that's that's what kept catching up. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Because we don't hear that out here.
And different words, too. Everyone out here, if you eat a sandwich, it's a hoagie or a sub.
Okay.
On the East Coast, it's a hero.
Oh, I've never heard it called a hero before.
Yeah. And that's just a nice piece of Italian bread with everything. So
that's a hero. I love that. It's just fun to share cultures and things like that.
Yeah.
So Frank, you moved up quickly in 4 years, which is very impressive, as I said. So if someone's watching this and they're like, wow, I'm a salesperson, I just started at Planet, what do I need to do to move up to finance manager and then up to sales manager? What skills should I practice, or just what do I need? Sure. Maybe share that.
So if you want to go from sales to finance?
Yeah, if you're a salesperson and you're new here and you're like, he's a sales manager in 4 years, I want to do that. How would you give him? What advice would you tell me if that was me?
So I would definitely say a few things. One, it doesn't usually happen that fast.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good thing to say.
I was counting today. I think I've actually been in the business for about 9 years total. So it definitely doesn't happen that fast. Definitely want to learn the different departments, from service to sales. Learn whatever you can, even if someone's not training you, just off of what you're talking about, maybe with the sales managers, pick up on as much as you can. Work on your communication. I would say that's like your starting point.
Okay, that's great advice.
Yeah. I would say in finance, if you take all that stuff, refine your rapport building, and you have to find a way to knock down people's walls, especially in that office. It's easier to do in sales, not as easy to do in finance.
Right.
Make sure your paperwork's in line. Clean your desk twice a month at least.
Yeah.
Keep your. I was raised. My grandfather always told me, if you're on time, you're late. So make sure you're there early. Get yourself prepped for the day.
That's good advice.
Yeah, I come in about. I've been told like, hey man, take advantage of your schedule. Yet I come in about 30 to 45 minutes early every day.
That is really good advice. It also shows everybody that you're passionate and you really want to be here and you want to move up and you want to raise your hand for that new job.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it sends a great message. That's really good advice.
Yeah, and even if you don't want a job, a job opening, it's okay to apply because you want to work on your interview skills as well. So
exactly, that is a huge thing. Always apply, even if you're considering it.
Yeah.
Because you'll get great feedback from whoever's interviewing you, whether it's a panel or individual. They'll tell you,
Of course.
You seemed wishy-washy here, or we weren't sure what you meant by this, and you can build that skill. So.
And the nice thing is too, we filled. Once I moved over, Liam moved into the finance position, and what's nice is that we have managers that will go to the salespeople and say, "Hey, listen, this is where we need to be if you want to apply for a position that opens." And then if you're interested in it, come talk to us. We can tell you where you're at and what you have to do to get there. So we're very open back and forth with the salespeople, and they are with us as well. So it helps when you have to fill a position.
Right. Yeah, because we always try to fill, and promote from within.
Yeah, exactly.
So in order to do that, we need to know first off that somebody wants it and they're interested.
Yeah.
And then the second one is, like you said, learn your skill and practice and get better at it.
And don't worry about your time card, because it doesn't matter in this industry either.
No,
so
it does. It really. That's another great point. Well, we appreciate that feedback because it's very helpful.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
So thank you.
Of course.
So Frank, I know you work a lot of hours. What do you do on your free time? Tell us something that you enjoy. Hobbies.
Work. No. So
pets. Do you have a dog?
No pets. I've had dogs throughout my life, so I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I want this responsibility right now. But I've drawn. I'm not a big reader, but I decided to try and buy a book, and I bought it, so I'm reading it now. And it's,
What book is it?
The Story of Philosophy.
Okay.
It's the lives and opinions of famous philosophers and stuff
All
like
right.
that. I didn't realize it was a 400-page book, so
I was going to say, it does sound like it's a pretty big book.
Yeah,
Well, good for you, though.
Sports. I like to cook.
Well, we have to stop there because I love to cook as well.
Okay.
So what's your favorite thing to make? Is it Italian, or do you branch out?
I branch out, but I mean, Italian's just
Yeah,
will always be the thing for me.
I know. What's your favorite Italian thing to make? We love Italian food as well.
I used to cook with my grandmother a lot, so I have a lot of her recipes.
Oh my gosh.
As she got older, my sister made sure she got as many recipes as she could. So
Oh, I love that.
her meatballs are amazing.
I know, known as meatballs.
And they're not like little.
No, they're big.
No.
Like our daughter at her wedding shower, her cousins gave her Nona's recipe, and it's framed in her kitchen. It's so secretive. You don't tell anybody.
Can't tell anyone.
I know.
I would say my favorite. I'm a big penne alla vodka fan.
Oh.
So
Okay, tell us how you make that.
So I would usually my normal sauce, which people call gravy also. Which
Yeah.
I cook mine for about 4 to 5 hours roughly.
Okay.
I'll take that and I'll turn that into the penne vodka, and that way just use vodka. I make my penne.
Yum.
I usually put in some like prosciutto or peas or pancetta with that as well.
Yum.
And then it's just getting it to like the right thickness.
Now, do you add cream to it or not?
Heavy whipping cream.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
Garlic. It's not really many things to put in it, but
Right.
it's just knowing when to take it out.
And it's the sauce too.
It is the sauce.
So what's it? So is your sauce a secret recipe, or can we share it?
I might not be able to tell you every detail. I can give you some
It's always that way.
some off-center. I would say this: if you're going to buy like crushed tomatoes, tomato puree, stuff like that, I can't find it out here, so I ordered it all online.
Okay.
It's Tudoroso's.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
from the East Coast, so
All right.
take that stuff, get it all ready, use my basil.
Right.
My grandmother used to do meatballs or short ribs with that as well.
Right.
She would cook it in the sauce.
Yes,
for the
that's
whole
what I
time.
just started doing that about a couple of years ago. Is just throwing them in.
Yeah, exactly. And
Making
just
it-
let it go and it
yeah.
falls off. But I'll do like oil at the bottom, some salt, pepper, garlic. I'll let that brown up a little bit, pour everything
Yum.
together, some water, basil,
Perfect.
salt, and then, I'll sit there
It's delicious.
for about 4 to 5 hours, and about every 10 minutes I'll stir it.
Okay.
So,
Well, if you have a picture of the finished product before you
have-
eat it, we'll put that picture on. We can't give
have
the
it,
recipe
I think.
unless you can go and
gotta-
twist his arm and get it for me. I'm all in on that. But I respect that too. My aunt was,
Yeah.
I'm half Russian, and my aunt would always leave something out. And then I'd try make it, and I'm like, it doesn't taste right.
yeah, it's tough.
And then her daughter gave me everything afterwards. She was like, oh, I said, it has sauerkraut in it? I didn't know that. It's cabbage.
Yeah, right.
So no, she has a package of sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Trickers. There's always these little trickers. So,
That would probably be my favorite, yeah. I think
yeah,
my
so
favorite.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's great that you love to cook and your grandma got to teach her. Your Nona. Is that what you called her?
I call her grandma, and my grandfather passed, but he was Pops.
Okay.
So,
Oh, they're both the East Coast as well still?
yeah, my grandmother actually lives with my dad now up in
Oh, nice.
Pennsylvania. So
Okay. So do you have any family in Colorado?
no,
Wow.
none. I did a couple of moves with no family.
Okay.
And
Good for you. And you enjoy it here? There's so
Yeah.
much to do.
there's a lot to do. I mean, I lived in Florida by myself. No
Okay.
one was around for about 6 years, and then before I came out here, I checked out like Delaware, New Orleans. Great places.
Right.
The humidity was like 700 pounds,
Yeah.
so I was like, no way.
Can't do it.
And then I came out here and I'm like, okay, it's hot.
Yeah.
The air quality is good. This was before the fires.
That's true.
Everyone, very active. There's a lot
Right.
to do. People seem nice. The economy's well.
Right.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You might as well try it.
Exactly.
See what happens.
Well, I'm glad you came here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you have me.
We love having you, so thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Frank, I understand that you like to travel as well. What is your favorite place to go, or where have you been? What do you want to share with us?
Of course, a few states in the United States. I did a while ago. It was a cruise to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. I've been to
nice.
Mexico. I've done the cruise that leaves out of Seattle that goes to Alaska and Canada,
Ooh.
which was gorgeous.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, so amazing.
Was it so pretty?
It was beautiful. And the people were so nice.
Wow.
So nice. I mean, they treated you like you were
Yeah.
family or family
I
friends
love that.
forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
And there was a lot to do. I mean, the excursions, you can go out and land on glaciers and go whale watching.
Gosh, I love the whale watching.
Seaplanes.
Oh my
dog
gosh, how
sledding.
fun.
It was a really good time.
That sounds like a great trip.
It was a great trip. It didn't have I went all family members on that trip.
Oh.
Which it wasn't, I think maybe it was like 10 or 15 of us, something
Okay.
like that. The first one to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands was about, and this maybe will show how Italian my family is, 61 family members
No.
from my father's side. So,
61.
yeah. It
That's
was,
incredible that you got everyone to go.
Yeah, it was like we almost kind of put it like a family reunion kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone went. It was really
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Can you imagine being a guest and you walk on this ship and you're like,
everybody tried to hang out with us.
they're like, look at this
Me,
Italian family,
cousins,
61 people. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of them tried to hang out with us. It was
Of course, of course. Well, that sounds like a great trip.
I will say I did go to the motherland a little over a year ago, and I almost didn't come back from Italy.
Yeah, I believe it. Now,
walked
where in
this-
Italy is your family from?
Calabria, Naples, and
Okay.
Sicily.
Okay, all right. And I've not been to Naples or Sicily. We were just talking about this last night. We've been to the
heard
other,
a lot of
we've
things
been to
about
the
Naples.
Rome and the other place, but we haven't been to.
I've heard a lot of things about Naples.
Yeah.
I'll stay away from there.
Right.
Sicily was actually. Have you been to Rome?
Yes.
Sicily, I didn't expect it, but their architecture is
Really?
is almost Roman-like. I
Wow.
mean, they have buildings with the corners, and they have Poseidon, and everybody.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it was really nice.
Okay, well, that's another place to put on our list.
Calabria was my favorite. Though.
Calabria. Okay, you have to remember that,
If
Calabria.
I can go or buy a house there or invest there,
Yeah.
I will do it in a second because it was. And
beautiful.
you're wearing lemons. That's where they.
That's what it is.
You got big lemons there.
Oh
and
my
they make
gosh.
Their limoncello there. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was definitely a really different experience. It was actually better than the Amalfi Coast. If you want to go to the Amalfi
And I've
Coast,
been to Amalfi Coast. That was the other place we were thinking of.
tell you right now, go to Tropea instead. You'll have a way better time,
Okay, I haven't
and
been
it's
there
more
either.
beautiful.
Wow. Okay, if you put a picture, you put a picture on.
I got you. I'll send you some pictures.
All
It's
right.
not a problem.
We'd love to have it because we all want to travel.
Yeah,
And put it on our dream list.
Yeah, that is definitely on the dream list.
I love it. Frank, thank you again. We really appreciate your time right now, but most of all, I appreciate everything you do for our company. You really are a shining star,
Thank
and
you.
you're very appreciated, and I hope you know that.
Well, Mrs. Payne, thank you very much. It is a joy working here, and you, your family, and everybody else have been super helpful, super supportive. Me and Jamie have a little thing going on because we're in fantasy football, but that's okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, other than that, I love it here, and you guys you look out for people without micromanaging people. And it's not something you see every day in successful companies, so I do appreciate that very much.
Well, thank you. I will share that message because we really do appreciate you and everything you do. So thank you.
Thank you.